Literally just made a video where I did everything, edited everything, said everything, added music, and then I somehow deleted it completely. Take two. Who am I? Okay, I'm Amber, and I run DSA Threads. It is a company that makes reproduction lace from period sources, and we make it on an embroidery machine. I'm trying out this YouTube thing, mostly because I have huge fright when it comes to improv, anything improv. I can memorize things just fine, but doing this like off the cuff is really scary. I have total respect for everyone who does this on a regular basis. All of the costumers, you are amazing. Okay, so I'm here because I am doing the Realm of Venus Italian Renaissance Costuming Challenge this year. Yay! And it is the 10th anniversary, so it is going to be happening for 10 whole months, and every month I have to make something or else I get disqualified. So let's talk about the project. I am working on the Portrait of a Lady by a follower of Bronzino. I love it because there's a huge close-up on the National Gallery website. You should definitely go check it out. I will link it. I'm also gonna show you the colored version right now. I think in another video I'll go through like the research part of it where I talk about the different layers, what she might be wearing, the fabric that I'm chosen for it, but not today. Today I'm gonna get into the good stuff, and that being lace and trim. Because Italian ladies fit a lot of trim into everything they wore, especially if they had lots of money, because they needed to show it. You'll see down here she's got some peeking out, and we can see a little bit of reticella peeking through, and what's cool about that is I already had a couple of options in my shop that are going to work perfectly for it. So I actually finished the neckline already, and here we have it. Here is what I have done. It's a square neck smock, also called a Camicia in the Italian Renaissance style. And these two things here, this is lace from my shop, this is lace from my shop, and then to attach it, I did by hand the four-sided stitch, and then figure-8 stitch to bind them to those pieces. The other thing that I've been working on, so much trim. The other thing I've been working on is this insertion lace. So thanks to Modelbuch Muse, Modelbuch Muse is a Facebook page, and Hastings is the one who runs it, and she posts things all the time that are fantastic, showing extant pieces and then where they might have had their inspiration from in a model book. So you just go in there, you search for insertion, and bam, you have a model book with different patterns. So using that, I just was able to digitize this insertion lace, and I think it's gonna go down the sleeve on the Camicia. So this is fun, and made with a chain stitch. So I think there is more stuff like this in my future. The next thing that I did, I was actually what I had to accomplish for the month of April, and it is a pair of Italian drawers that are based on 2 linen examples, extant samples that we have, and they were documented in Patterns of Fashion. The great thing about them is they show that there is like a band of embroidery around the part where the knees are, and then on the very edge you have metallic bobbin lace. So this is my version. I got the pattern of doggies chasing birdies and found it in a model book as well, traced it out, and then stitched it out myself by hand. This is bobbin lace that I found in a model book by Parasole, and I'm going to try to separate it out so you can see it. This was also made, I digitized it and stitched it out on water-soluble stabilizer. If you go into the National Gallery and get super close, you can not only see embroidery, but you can actually get close enough to take a snapshot. And so that's what I did. I took a snapshot and I digitized a pretty basic embroidery design. So this is everything I could fit onto my 5x12 hoop. And then what I'm gonna do is go in, cut each piece out all along her puffs, down the center front, and probably around her hem. She has this trim that's probably woven that has a sort of loop-de-loop design. And since I can't weave, I decided to try digitizing it. So I decided to digitize the top portion. And then what I am doing is stitching that to grosgrain within. Here we are. Here it is. Let me pull it out. So this is what we've got so far. I'm really pleased with it. You know, it's gonna go all over the place. I'm probably not gonna stitch it by hand. It's gonna be machine stitched because it's a lot of trim. You can see there's just so much going on there, and really partlets like this have puzzled me for a long time because my question is, how on earth do you take lace, right here, just lace, and somehow ruffle it and then stitch it to itself? And I'm still trying to figure that out. This has definitely been an experimental project. So what I did was I sort of, figured out how to make the lattice design on what will fit into my 5x12 hoop. And at the bottom, I've sort of done a woven bit that I'm hoping will sort of act as like a fabric that I can then gather up and then stitch onto probably what will be another piece like this. Because the National Gallery has such a fantastic image, I was able to go in and take a screenshot of the actual, what we're seeing in the painting, turn it sideways, and then digitize it. And this is what I ended up with. This is stitched out with metallic thread by Madeira. It looks really beautiful on the actual veil. Here it is on the rolled edge of what will be the veil. Alright, she's got a doublet. It does have what appears to be stripes. I probably am just going to couch some metallic thread that I got from Tied to History. That's pretty much it. It's pretty boring, but the upside about it is that I'm repurposing my wedding gown to make it. So DSA Threads is a company where we make embroidery by demand. So the great thing about that is that I don't have a ton of inventory just sitting around and not going anywhere. I literally start making it as soon as someone orders it. This is also why sometimes you see that the wait times for shipping can be a little long, and that's really because depending on how many orders I have, what the quantities are, my two machines can only make things as quickly as they can. The nice thing about it is that it's still a little bit faster than if you, say, ask someone to make something by hand, or you try to make something by hand yourself. And in my case, I have all the respect in the world for people who make it. I'm slowly learning how to make it myself by hand, but I know my skill set level isn't there, and it's really fun to see what I can accomplish with the things I can make with a computer. So I have made friends with technological age and historical accuracy together. And maybe those two things they don't really seem to fit together, but I'm pretty sure that most of us are not making things with fabric that's made by hand. You can. More power to you if you can. Most of us are not doing that. So I am all for being able to make and create things that are closer to the skill level that people in the Elizabethan and Italian Renaissance eras would have been able to make. And I'm laughing because literally my children sound like they're being murdered right now. It's fun. It's fun. Quarantine is. So I hope you enjoyed the video and stuck around this far, and here's to next time. Bye. I mean, it's fine. They're gonna do that the whole time. I'm glad they're having fun.